And you touched on something too that I want to talk about too. College, how they don't get paid at all, and then LeBron's man,
Rich Paul.
Yeah, Rich Paul, the NCAA trying to pull a fast one real quick.
Yeah, NCAA had to get the clap back at him.
So NCAA, we already know, don't pay their players.
Yeah.
Rich Paul's been an advocate for players just going overseas to get their money first.
Yeah.
Which was what LeVar Ball was saying. He's doing his son.
Right, Melo's going up.
Everybody went crazy like, oh, your kid should go to school, da da da. And in actuality, you go to college to get a better job. They're gonna be NBA players.
So that's
we kind of know what their job is.
Way better job.
If a school's willing to pay a full scholarship because knowing what you play ball and that's what you're doing and one and done, I can bypass that route.
Absolutely.
I can go overseas and play with grown men and do like
Brandon Jennings did that.
Brandon Jennings, but who's the rookie like Doncic?
Doncic, yeah.
Ricky Rubio did back in the days. Ginobili, like these dudes came from overseas where they were young 17, 18-year-olds playing with adult men. So you're getting the real experience on the job training.
And that's only because the rules are different. Then you could be 16 playing with grown men over there.
Yep.
Like,
and then when you're eligible for age, you already got some money in your pocket.
Exactly.
You already got a name, so now scouts is really watching you, and you're getting paid for.
At the end of the day, bro, if I know, and you got to know, you have to have a good understanding of your trajectory. So if I know. For instance, somebody like LeBron, right? There was no, you know how some people, they come to high school and be like, well, you know, you need to have a fallback plan because, you know, it's not get him, like, there was nobody that could have told him he wasn't making his NBA. So let's say the rule in this state was that, because at that point, you can still come out, right?
School, yeah.
So let's say this was the rule that is now. If somebody would have said, well, LeBron, you got two options because you can't go to the league right now.
Right.
You can go play over there, make some money, or you can go to school and make nothing. Either way, the year after that, you go to the league.
Yeah.
Why am I going to go, well, I'll just go to school then?
I'm going to be LeBron James. This man his high school games were cutting into games on TV.
Like,
ESPN's like, hold on for a second. We're going to go to St. Vincent St. Mary's real quick because LeBron James is playing.
Yeah.
You want to talk about this, baby?
Like,
No. We're coming back to that.
Why are we telling these boys who obviously have the NBA goal, and not just have the goal of being NBA, but have legitimate shots at NBA, to go to school when we know they have no intention of finishing school?
Right. One and
None.
dones are
It's different when they say, well, players go, well, maybe I'll make it NBA, but you know what? I'm good enough for this school to pay me to go to school.
Right.
And if anything, what I would do is I'll milk them for this education. Right. You know what I'm saying? And you know, that now
scholarship to summer courses.
Right, exactly.
Some do, which a lot of them do.
Actually, most student athletes do that.
But guess what?
Because most student athletes don't make it professional. So the majority of them do that. But when it's like,
but guess what? You can afford your student loan. You can pay off. You can pay your tuition at that point. I got money,
right?
Because even the league minimum is what, 500,000,
right?
I could be a 12th man on the bench,
right? At that point, right?
Yeah,
let's say if you make, because now honestly, it's rare to make the league. It's rare to make the league. It's rare to make
the afford school.
It's kind of rare to make the league when you stay there 4 years. They look at you like, what's wrong with you?
Right now, yeah.
Right, but then let's say if you did, you're right. At least you're making enough money where you can pay those loans off or whatever. And if you went, guys, then you don't have no loans. But for somebody who knows, I'm going to this school, I will not be in this school after next year.
Which was the whole Duke team, Kentucky, Kansas. Like,
why am I here when I could be making some money?
You're here for the TV exposure.
And to make these schools money. And that's why you're here. You're here to make these schools money. Right.
So Rich Paul, being an agent of professional players, was telling he and I don't think he told nobody specifically, but he made a statement saying that, listen, it would be in their best interest to go pro.
Right.
When you know what you're doing and what you're gonna do, holler me as your agent. Go pro.
And they were like, whoa, bro.
And the NCAA is like,
we don't have a college degree.
Right.
You can't you can't speak to these dudes.
So then again, now they're impeding, saying he can't even be an agent.
Right.
Until he had a bachelor's?
Yeah.
And it's like,
who made the rules?
I'm already an agent.
Right. Like, what do you mean I have been doing it? Like, I've represented Anthony Davis. What do you mean I'm not
I'm one of the biggest, if not the biggest agent in the league right now.
Yeah.
And you're saying, but you don't have a degree.
Right.
Neither does my clients. My clients don't even have a degree. So why do I need a degree to do what I've been doing and I'm pretty good at if you look at my track record? And that's what jobs get you, because they be like, oh, you need a bachelor's, but then you also need 5 years experience. It's like, honestly, I'm fresh out of school.
And people always say that people use this card, but it's racism. Because at the end of the day, right now, when you put that stipulation, it's like, okay, because you don't want to see these boys successful. Because if you did, you'd pay them. So, because what you do is you make them, not make them, but they come play for you. You say you're gonna pay for their schooling, not because you want these boys to get an education. You don't. It's
because you got some money to do that.
It's because you know what money is going to be generated for the school. That is your sole reason to give them this money. You don't care about them.
But you know what the funny thing is?
So to protect this operation, now when you throw in this whole bachelor degree stipulation, now you're cutting off access to people. And the majority of people who are not going to have this degree for whatever reason, because if this goes back to all the, the differences in resources in school, these are going to be your minorities without this this degree. Who are these black kids going to feel comfortable being their agents? Other black people. Right. So when you cut them off from that, now you're just preserving this whole exploitation of these young men. Right.
And you know what's funny too is like you said, the school's not spending money. Because let's say tuition costs $20,000, whatever. It's not like they're moving the money from one pocket to the next.
No,
they're just not spending. It's no money. It costs nothing.
Right.
Oh, you get to stay in this dorm room and you go to these classes. We're already paying the teacher. Right. We've already built the dorm room.
Exactly.
So they're not spending any money.
Right. There's no special class for the basketball team. Right.
It's not like, okay, we're gonna just give you a check for $20,000 that you're gonna give. No, there's no money exchanged at all.
Exactly.
You get to rock with us for a year because we're making millions off of you anyway.
That's the only money that's being spent.
So that's what I'm saying. We pay for schooling, but what are you paying for? When you go to school, you pay for a dorm room, but that's extra. The books, that's extra. You just pay just to come to the school. So if they're saying it's a free tuition, all that means is, we gave him a VIP pass. Right. We didn't spend anything to get you to do anything for you.
Right. Which is always funny when you see these kids during draft night buying their mama.
Listen. LeBron's mom got a Hummer.
Well, I'm saying, but just a lot of
I know. Cars, we all know, but at that point they got an agent.
And all these kids be fly, bro.
Yeah, but at that point they got an agent.
I'm not even talking about the draft night. Because you put something together for draft night. You know what I'm saying?
Because your face is credit at that point. You can go into a men's warehouse and be like, yo.
But it's funny. All these dudes these college athletes that's on the cusp, none of them look like they're hurting at all.
True.
At all.
Because a lot of them have been getting by off of their their status and stuff.
Exactly.
And it's a thin line, because I wouldn't 100% say it's racist. It's only racist because in that league it's predominantly us. Now it's money, because Rich Paul's hurting their pockets. Right. If a white guy said that, I think they would have felt the same way. It's Rich Paul saying, "Don't go there. Holla at me." So he's just pulling, because for that 1 year Zion was at Duke, they made money off of Zion.
Absolutely.
That 1 year RJ, all of them were there. So it's like now they're telling all these top guys to not come here for that 1 year. Now the NCAA start looking like WNBA. We can't bring the fans in because now nobody's watching us because everybody going straight to the league. So I wouldn't just throw the race card on it. It's the only color that really matters is green. Money. In this situation, you know what I'm saying? But I get what you're saying, because it's mostly black kids, and it's, you know what I'm saying, and Rich Paul's black, you know what I mean? But
the biggest money makers in college is basketball and football,
and the reason and
hockey doesn't get that much money,
right? And the thing is, the thing is, it is a race thing, because most of the agents are white or Jewish or whatever, but they're in business with the NCAA anyway. So that's the thing. Rich Paul has players' actual best interest in mind. Right. That's what they don't like. Where they already got deals with these agents. Like, listen, let him come to Duke. We'll make sure he calls you first, and you know what I'm saying. And they keep it. This person has about 5 top players. It's all one big business that the players are unaware of any of it going on. Whereas Rich Paul is like, yo, you don't even need to go there. Right. You can still go to school. You can do online classes. You can still do all that, but they're raping you for a year. Zion almost got hurt. Yep.
Yeah.
For nothing.
Yeah.
He went #1, got the highest brand Jordan contract. He's already made $90 million in 2 months.
Yep.
Like LeBron when he came.
In 2 months, and that's not even NBA money, right? And that's not even his NBA money. His contract is little compared to what he made outside of it. In 2 months, the draft was in June. We in August.
Yeah.
He's $90 million up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it could have been last year. Instead of him giving a year and almost hurting himself, and people questioning, because now people got to nitpick him a little more. He's a little overweight. He got a knee problem.
If it was my son, if my son was in a Zion position or a Barrett position, and where they were coming out of high school, I'd have been like, yo.
Yeah.
They would have been in the G League before they was in school. Before they was in school.
LeVar was ahead of the game. Like LeVar
that junior league joint he did. Yeah, that's smart. My thing is,
and he made a business too. Like that's why like LeVar, because he was like Rich Paul saying go overseas, whatever. LeVar was like, I'm gonna make a whole league. Yep. Holla at me.
Like I mean, if my son want to go overseas, that's fine. I would have been pissed at G League. You could be in America still, make this little. They probably better make $70,000, whatever. It's like
that's still better than a full time job at McDonald's.
That's what I'm saying.
You still make
that.
Full.
But I know you're that good that you're. Next year you're going to the league.
Yes.
You're not one of these G Leagues dudes that's busting their ass and trying to get called up.
Right.
Like you're gonna kill everybody in the league, regardless. And then like go to school for, in this instance, what are you getting out of that 1 year of school?
Right.
All you're doing is giving. You're not getting nothing.
Right. You're giving them a whole year. TV. March Madness, Final Four. Like you're giving them a whole year of
and if I don't, let's say. I feel my son got a shot to be in the league, but is also maybe not, but he's good. But the colleges recognize that, hey, you're good enough to make us some money. So here, you get to go to school for free. Then I'd be like, you know what?
And that's what
I don't know what's going to happen. You go to the G League, and I know you have other interests. Get that education that way. You have that under your belt. Yeah. Whatever. But if I know, like...
And that's where the agents get involved because they already talk to teams. And they're already saying we got our eye on. He's gonna go top 5. Wojnarowski and all them. So the agents is the buffer between. So that's why the agents play ball with the NCAA. Rich Paul's not doing that. Exactly. Rich Paul's like, I don't need y'all. Right. These kids are talented without you, and it's kind of like now.
And especially I don't need y'all because I do my thing out here. I got like the #1 athlete.
And it's like record labels now. I can upload my song to SoundCloud. I can upload my video to YouTube.
Like, I don't need a record deal.
Yeah.
So record deal's like, whoa, don't do that. Like we'll give you an advance, we'll give you a loan to studio time and get you. So it's like, but I don't need that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
A lot of these artists now, they just like doing labels like Drake.
Yeah.
Like Drake is on a record label. He just must be doing that because he like them niggas. Yeah. Because
Chance is independent.
Right.
Tech Nine been independent.
Like if Drake right now, he don't need nobody to do nothing.
No.
So he just like that. He like them. So that's why I guess that's why he do that.
Yeah.
But.
Because it helps when you're starting out. Because you know what I'm saying, like they'll give you the advance loan.
You need an engine. They'll put
promote. They'll put you in connection with certain people for production, and you can get features and da da da. But like Chance, once Chance made Acid Rap, and then he was cool. He had features from he was already cool with Kanye. He had features from I think Mika. He had like features with big known people because they knew of him. He did the muscle, the groundwork, and did it. That's what anybody really got to do. You know what I'm saying? Like Lil Nas X, we talked about him earlier. I don't know if he was signed or whatever before when he did that song, but they said he had a lot of stuff on SoundCloud, and that was the one that hit. Right. You know what I'm saying? Because Country put it on there, and then it was like, but that's a nigga. No, and that was the driving force. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes that's all it take. Right. Soulja Boy was putting his videos and stuff on YouTube. So Rich Paul is doing to the league what music industry kind of went through. And it's like, yo, cut the middleman out.
Nobody likes when you cut your money out.
Yeah, cause now you hurt in our pockets. Like, hold on. And
like, what you mean? Something don't go to school? Yeah, we need that.
And then NCAA ratings have dipped a little bit because people not staying. And it's a new group of people every year.
Right.
So before
there's no connection from the people.
Like when the Fab Five,
if you weren't following them in high school,
right?
It's like now you're a fan of Duke, and now it's like, oh, they got all these great players, which is cool, but you have no connection to them. And then why build one when you know they're gonna leave it?
Right. So like the Fab Five, it was like, okay, they lost that first year, but they coming back.
Exactly.
And the story was they fell short, but now they got a year of experience, and they added this, so it was like a league. It was like the league.
Now the only players that stay are the ones who was not good enough to make the NBA.
Right. Or the ones
because
that get hurt and then they get that redemption year.
There's no players now who don't leave when they feel they're ready. Yeah. There's no players that are like, well, I didn't finish my 4 years, so let me just.
And the same thing, they all come back later on, graduate later on.
They do their Vince Carter thing, like you don't come back and get
get your degree. Shaq got a doctorate later on.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't stop you.
Right.
You know, school's always going to be there, but we all know
but you can definitely go to Greece. Right. Come back and still get your doctorate.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's one thing if schools were saying, "Hey, get an education," then they would have been pushing 4 years.
Right.
They didn't push. They just like, "Yo, give us 1 year, please." They begging. Come on, give me that 1 year, baby. I need that 1 year. Just give me 1 year. Just give me 1 year. But if they really cared, they'd have been saying, "Listen, no, y'all gotta." Because why y'all ain't saying the players gotta have a bachelor or a master
together?
You know what I'm saying? You saying the 8, so you targeted him for the reasons of money. You're not saying the players need to get at least associate degree to play in the league.
I mean, granted, his name is very much in the past, but I would love to see like if like a Drew Rosenhaus kind of person would have said that same kind of shit like Rich Paul would have said.
And that's what I'm saying. A lot of them dudes are older Jewish and they connected already anyway, so they won't say it. You know what I'm saying? Because they're already they get a stipend from the schools and then the connection with the teams, and so that Rich Paul is doing his own thing.
And that's probably because no college want to play ball. So he's like, well, so you want to play ball with me? Fuck y'all. And
that's what it comes down to. Because he was already hated because they were saying he's the one that told AD to want out of the deal, to force the trade. So the NBA was already like, yo, we don't like this dude.
Right.
Then the NCAA was like, girl, let me tell you, he trying to stop us. You know what I'm saying? That's what happened. So this summer's been like, we don't like Rich Paul. We don't, you know what I'm saying?
Rich Paul.
Yeah. So they you know.
Which, I mean, like, how Rich does certain things is like, but at the same time, I ain't mad at it either.
Yeah. I'm not mad at it at all. Like,
you gotta.
I mean, he ain't bring nobody to the Bulls. You know what I'm saying? He could do that. Hook a brother up. Like,
right.
I mean, doesn't he represent Thaddeus Young? Or I think so. I don't know.
Thaddeus Young on the Bulls?
Yeah. Thaddeus Young's on the Bulls, man.
Listen, man. I got to look at the roster again. Like, you told me about
Archie Diacono. That's my boy, bro.
Yeah,
I'm not mad at Rich Paul at all. Rich Paul is helping players take control.
Yeah.
And for years, all these owners could do whatever they want, good or bad, call it business. When a player want to do something, he's ungrateful. He's disloyal.
And you see that with football. You see that with was Zeke holding out for more money, and I think Prescott might be
he want $30 million.
And see, I don't like what they're doing with Zeke in football. Is like, because now they all and I get it. So because I get it to a certain point, because to a certain standpoint. Nobody wants to pay running backs now because
life expectancy is short,
right? Because they come in the league and you pay peanuts and they're on rookie deals. By the time they rookie deals over, now they in their like mid to late 20s. So you're like, do I want to give somebody that age all this money? But I'm like, if I'm them, I'm like, but you couldn't give me that money before.
Always some new hotness coming back.
Exactly.
And they get all beat up, and they, by then.
So because of that, nobody wants to pay them. So then you have these holdouts,
right?
So it's like. But again, somebody like Zeke, the Cowboys don't have any success without Zeke. I mean, Dak is alright, but I mean, and the thing is, they got 100 people to pay. Like Amari want bread, Prescott want bread, and I know the Dallas Cowboys, they up there when it comes to the worth of their franchise and all that, but all three of them to get the bread that all three of them want, like I don't really see that. I don't see that happening.
I mean, because it's still a salary cap, but I mean, a team can be worth like $5 billion.
But that don't mean you got that money to spend.
It don't mean you spending.
Right, exactly. And so I think that is Elliott wrong for like, nah. I mean, he knows what he's putting out there on the line. He knows what he's worth, but. They looking at it like, we don't, and on top of that too, like they don't have to pay him right now. This deal ain't even over. Right. So they looking.
But he's sitting out though. I think he's not. He hasn't even showed up.
He's still
staying.
But I mean, but he can still be fined out. He can still be fined for holding out. So you find this, you get fined. Guess what? Now your $7 million is going to be like $2 million because you getting fined out your ass.
That debt.
Exactly. So Jerry's sitting there like, fuck you.
Right. He don't. But then Zeke don't have the leverage, and that's the problem. You know, Zeke don't have the leverage.
And that's kind of what Rich Paul wants to get players to understand.
Yeah.
You have so much power.
Yeah.
Use it. Use your power.
It's like the other day, last week, I think it was last week before, Steve Kerr was talking about AD and like he said, it's going to set a bad precedence for players. He's like, if you made an agreement, but what's funny is,
the team will train your ass in a heartbeat.
Thank you. We made this agreement, right? We sat, my agent, your people said, boom, this million, this many years. We said that, fine. We made an agreement, right? Even we're not even getting traded because you can't do that at any time unless I have that clause in my thing. But as soon as we have this agreement right now, when I, in your eyes, aren't as valuable as like I was or whatever, now you can just discard me, waive. I mean, you gotta give my money, but you know you can waive me or whatever, and then people say it's business. Or I'm a mega superstar. Y'all say y'all pay me all this money, but I say, well, I'm gonna come here, but we gotta build some pieces. Like we gotta get. And you guys are like, yeah, we're gonna do that. We're gonna get this guy, this guy. None of that happens, right? Now I'm tight. It's been, I say I signed a 5-year deal. It's year 3. I got me some people who are right, but nothing that's going to really be a franchise.
Game changers.
Right, it's going to be game changers.
Boogie to New Orleans.
So now I'm tight, right? So you know what? Now I can opt out, right? Now when I opt out, because I want to go to a team where I can win, or at least a team that's not going to just...
You're the bad guy.
Right. Now when I opt out, I'm going to a team that's really going to deliver on what they're promising. Now I'm disloyal. Or but when they make decisions about us, that's business.
Loyalty versus business.
Yeah, but it couldn't be business for me. Like, because now when I go to a team that win, that's business. You know why? Now I'm a winner. That means more endorsements. That means more, that means, so that's business for me.
And that's why I say KD and LeBron did the same thing. To me, I don't see, people want to buffer it.
I think it's different.
Well, he went the same.
I think it's similar,
but
I don't think it's the same thing.
It was for the same reason. To me, I think I'd look at they went to win the chip, and it went for the best opportunity to do so. And
that brother's the same.
Yeah, that's how I feel about it.
But
and
the way it was done, I don't think it was the same.
Well, it was only different because KD did just
LeBron came with
but the reasoning is definitely
that's why they took 2 different paths to get to the same goal.
Right.
And people were mad at LeBron when he first did it. People were mad at KD still to this day.
Right.
But it was like, well, it's the same thing to me. But he didn't go to a 17 and 19 because there was no 17 and 19 at the time. Not saying he would have if it was, but
there were teams that was better than them. They might not have been 73 but at the time,
LeBron had the whole ESPN special, the hour special.
He did that was OD. But they stacked up the deck to as much as possible. Brought in, and then the next year they added more. They ended up getting Ray Allen, and they brought in, so they kept adding pieces. Which again, that's what you do when you play franchise mode in 2K. You trying to get everybody. You trying to make an all-star team. That's the whole point. Don't get mad at someone who was able to do so.
I agree. Like I didn't like the KD move at all, but at the same time, see, this is the difference. Some people a lot of people didn't like the KD mode, but then it became, I hate KD, fuck KD.
Yeah.
I didn't like the move, but it didn't make me say fuck KD, because at the end of the day, that's what he wanted for his career, was to be able to say, I'm a champion. And to be able to say that multiple times or whatever. And maybe if it even happened only once, he could say, because there's people with 1 championship, but there are thousands and thousands of players that play in the NBA that can't say that I never won. So, right. So anybody who won, they can say, well, I'm an NBA champion. So that's
like Harrison Barnes.
Right. So that was his goal in his career. That's why, like LeBron leaving Cleveland said, this is my goal. So this is how I accomplished my career goal. Anybody, the postal man walking down the block, if he says, well, you know what, I'm going to go to that postal station because they get promoted really fast there. And do that, nobody's going to go, oh, but you're going to go over to the one that guaranteed promotion? Like, that's what, nobody's going to say that to the postman.
You're not loyal to us.
Right. Nobody's, oh, you so disloyal. You've been pushing the packages for me for 4 years.
Right.
You want to go work up there so you can get a promotion?
Right.
Like no, nobody's going to say that, though. Like, but, so that's why I can't be like, fuck AD. Now, I could say, do I like the move? Do I think it's corny? Yeah, the move is mad corny, but I can't hate the dude for going after what his career goals were.
Yeah.
Like, you can't be mad at that.
It's just like working at a commission-based job, and you go to the store to get that hits the goal like easily.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like, yo, I'm going to that.
Yo, this is where the traffic is.
Yeah.
This is where the money is.
Right.
Nah, you just going.
Like we all work the best.
So how you gonna leave us?
If the biggest revenue is in the Midtown store, and I got an opportunity to go to the Midtown store
and shine,
I'm going to the store. Like
how you gonna leave us, bro? Like,
because we in Queens, we in this smaller box.
Exactly.
They getting paid over there.
That shit happened.
That's what I'm saying. I know. And that's why they put the job.
Why you want to go there, son? You know we all here.
That's why they put the Jail West board up.
And what's even worse is Rigo was super high revenue. But I mean, when you compare it to a Midtown,
right?
Like how you
those stores was getting a different clientele.
Absolutely, yeah.
Rigo was getting the revenue, but it wasn't really profiting. Like somebody got a black card in this store over here. They going like,
give me
all that.
Give me the Geek Squad, the PSP, throw all that.
Just throw it on there. Shout out to our Best Buy people. You know what I mean?
Y'all know who y'all are.
Y'all can relate. Y'all know what it is.
Yeah.